Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Endless Legend, where we are... I was about to say we're at a crossroads. Really, we're sort of more in a big open field. We have a lot of options ahead of us, a lot of different ways we could take things now. So here's what I'm thinking. Number one, we need more sources of strategic resources. It was pointed out to me in the comments of the last episode that there are not a lot of resource deposits around. And that is certainly true. You can see here, there's a titanium and a dye here, a glass steel here, and then just kind of nothing. There's a titanium over there. Like, there's very, very few overall. So we probably need to settle based on that a little bit. We need to make sure we're grabbing some more resource deposits. We could settle Jagarak to get this glass steel, and I don't hate that. We could settle maybe like on the bend of this river near the ruby cactus fields to take advantage of the trees and eventually build into the exotics, but what I'm thinking might end up being better is if we figure out exactly what's going on in this volcanic region. Oh wow, look at this. This area over here is the same region. Yeah, we maybe want to get this settled if we can, quickly, because this could be great for us, right? We've seen a lot of very high strategic and luxury value volcanic regions. So I think that's going to be my first plan. Howard is about to finish the dye extractor, and then I think maybe we just roll directly into another settler? Yeah, I know we're being really aggressive with the settling, but I think our nation can take it, and a lot of territory would be awfully good for us. We have to be a little careful about getting murdered by other players. We're definitely going to have to work on our military soon. But I think this is a good idea. Alright, so what else is going on over here? We have these guys who would love to search that ruin, but we gotta wait for the Berdeki to move away. And we have you. You were just kind of generally headed home, I think. You might want to merge the armies up, actually. Oh, hey, Winter. Okay. Not ideal. Well, let's go ahead and steal some pearls, because we're invisible, so they do not know that we are doing that. I believe that is a thing that should have been true all along, was not true, and then that the Endless Legend community patch people put in. Now they actually have to see you take pearls to get mad at you about taking pearls. I really wish these guys would move away from the border. Oh, right. Hold on a second. Yeah, we were right up against Visionary Leader. So I do need to pacify a village, and the quest we got from these guys is not feasible. We're not going to be able to destroy Dequakik, which I assume must be here. Actually, I really wish they hadn't spawned. Because if we attack this village now, we're going to have to fight these guys as well. We may as well attack these guys now. We'll use the militia as walls to prevent us from taking too much damage from fighting them. So these guys only have one move. We don't have to worry too much. You are definitely not participating in any combat here. Okay. Yep, and the Predators just need to make sure that they are focusing on the same target. Ah, stupid beam attacks. Okay, so the Predators want to make sure they are focusing on the same target, and they want to keep doing so from maximum range, so that should he slip away from the guy who is assigned to block him, he will still not be able to reach us. Alright, well, that was easy enough. And then next turn we have to attack that village, right? I guess we could just bribe the village. Okay, I want to attack them from this angle because I want to make sure the city garrison gets involved. Yeah, okay, so that'll pacify an 8th village for us, which will get us the reward, and then we can come over here and search ruins and figure this stuff out. Now, what about you over here? These dudes did bug out. Okay, but they didn't go very far. That was my fear. What with the cliffs and everything, I figured they were probably trapped over here. So we're going to grab this, and then we're going to leave and go grab some pearls. You're just chilling out right there. I guess we're done here. Obviously, no Empire plan for us. Where are we at on my... We're going to get 15 glass steel from this in a second. That's not what I want. Here we go. 3 turns. Okay. In 3 turns, our hero will be level 3, and we'll perform our first infiltration action of the game. Trying to get out of Pink's territory before they do move adjacent to me to be able to see me steal the stuff. Alright, let's handle this. It's going to be that same fight, basically. I'm going to be a little, tiny bit more careful here. Okay. Now, all we have to do is make sure that our units do not move into suicidal positions. I guess you can work that guy from that position. Okay. Alright, there we go. Silix are good fighters if you can actually get into melee range. They're tough and they hit hard and they have beam and stun. Man, one movement is a serious problem. Okay, 50 dust and quote-unquote pacification of that village. And 15% initiative for all of our units for the rest of the game, which is pretty handy. Now, unfortunately, probably not going to be enough. We've seen that the AI tends to prioritize initiative pretty highly. We could run over here and see if more stuff has spawned, but I think let's just go toward a new region, right? Let's get some actual new information. And I assume we talked to this... Yeah, we talked to these guys already. Alright, we have the dust necessary to buy out the Imperial Highway tech. I think that's probably worth doing. We're going to have to be a little bit more cautious about... Basically, we're gonna not have the money to buy techs all the time, starting probably very, very soon. But for now, we should probably focus on making sure we're getting techs that produce dust to allow us to do that as much as possible. At some point, we're going to transfer over to a science economy, or a technology economy, rather, that is largely based on stealing stuff from enemy cities. So out of curiosity, 256 would be the next one. Do we get a cost reduction for... Okay, we do get a cost reduction for researching back in era. Good. What would be our next... What's the next thing that we really need? And we do need Alchemist Furnace, actually. That's probably it. Okay. We got our sewers coming. Yeah, everything's going all right. I feel like I'm missing something. I feel like I forgot something. I don't know. Alright, let's see what we have here. 20 wine. Oh, wow. Okay, that's very interesting. When does the wine run out? 5 turns? So we have enough to pop another booster right before the next city goes down. That'll be really handy, actually. We do also have enough influence that we could try to grab the Ursus. I mean, we got to be able to perform an infiltration action in a second here, but we probably want to pick those Ursus up pretty soon. What's the infiltration action going to cost? We're going to want to do steel technology. It's going to cost us 20 influence. And we want to do that next turn, ideally. We might have to devote some people to actual influence. Or, like I was saying before, we might have to pick up Glory of Empire soon. Man, we have a lot of needs. Just generally a lot of needs. Alright, well... See, Pink scouting this region. This region actually has some pretty good terrain, huh? A lot of tight clustering of anomalies here. Oh, pearls, right. I'm going to enter my movements a little bit more slowly and deliberately so that we can pick up pearls. Oh wow, this is some nice terrain as well. Look at all those anomalies. 5 Palladians, okay, I guess. Okay, there's another ruin over here. Wait a second. Can I look at that? Yeah. Huh. The Centaur unit you're given for that quest has tier 3 dust weapon, a weapon and a shield. I don't think I ever realized that before. I was like, wait a second, that shield looks awfully familiar to me. It's a shame it's all the rest of its slots are unequipped. It's still kind of a garbage unit. Okay, what else? So when this guy's done, what do we do? Do we go straight into right-of-way? Possibly. We could try to build a museum. Could go after the megapole if we... Man, it's still a lot of industry. 17 turns of devotion to the megapole is probably not reasonable. We'd have to get some glass steel as well. Although, you know what? Actually, I think our faction quest has glass steel as a reward. We probably can't do that. But I sure would like to. 25 extra industry relative... Like, this is how much we're producing now with everybody working industry. It would be awfully nice to have. We probably have to go right away, though. We have to get the trade routes going. In fact, let's just throw that in all of the queues. I probably do want to finish the Empire Mint first. Yeah, I think all the stuff we're doing here is reasonable. And you know what? I will totally pay 36 dust to rush that out a little bit. Seems valuable. That is 4 pearls. I'm going to slow down my looking ahead. That guy can come get him. Yeah, let's try to get the idea of what's going on in this region as quickly as possible. Because it'd be really cool if we could wall purple off. Man, it's going to mean that our empire is very long and narrow, though, which is a hard-to-defend shape. Well, let's find out. I'm not necessarily committed to settling here yet. We're going to start sending the settler in this direction, but if it turns out to be a bad idea, we can back off. Just try to stay away from those dudes. So now you know where in the ruins of Horlocken, Ziema, and the others are. To free them, search the indicated unspoiled... Oh boy, okay, well... That's only 3 pearls? Yeah, this guy probably needs to get moving. That's a very inconvenient search that we are being required to undertake there. Well, I have just about all the glass steel I could ever need now. Purple is Wild Walkers, okay. Well, we probably want to go around this spot. Jesus, look at this region! What is going on in here? Did we take that? What if I sent my settler over there right now? It's not currently connected to my territory. But we can maybe make it work. If we take this, we'd be very heavily incentivized to grab Galarath or this region right afterward. Oh, hold on. This is a base. I forgot to equip it with the movement trinket. What would be the retrofit cost on that? 57 dust, man. 57 dust is harsh. Alright, so I think I want to move around the outside of this lake here. It's a nice open stretch of terrain. We'll see what happens. And our hero hit infiltration level 3. So let's talk about espionage and perform our first infiltration action. So, different actions unlock at different levels. For example, at level 4 or 5, we could reveal spies owned by the enemy empire inside of our empire. But it also going up infiltration levels also increases the effectiveness of the actions that are already unlocked. So, for example, here, like with the steal technology action, you can see if you're at infiltration level 2, you steal an era 1 tech. If you're at infiltration level 3, you can steal up to an era 2 tech. I think we're going to do a steal technology here. It's going to cost us 20 influence. And when I press this button, what's going to happen is, first, we're going to get our technology. When you do an infiltration action, it always succeeds. Then, a sort of a die roll is made against the security level of the city to figure out what else happens. There's a 52% chance, based on their current security level, that they would not even notice our spy doing the thing. A 37% chance that they will know we have a spy and that our spy will take 50% health damage. An 11% chance that our spy will be immediately disabled as though they were killed during combat. And a 0% chance of being captured. When enemy security levels get higher, we'll start to see a chance of our spies getting captured, which means they go to jail for a certain number of turns, and their early release becomes a diplomatic term that we can negotiate for. We definitely want technology. Like, it would be crazy for us not to spend 20 influence to gain a technology. So, they have Alchemist Furnace and Cultivation, both of which we want. Central Market, which we also want, but probably less urgently since we have sewers and everything. And Hydrology. Hydrology is very interesting. I kind of want to take Hydrology. And we need Cultivation and we need Alchemist Furnace. And we technically don't need Hydrology, but getting the canal locks established, like in the capital, would be awfully valuable. I'm going to take it. It's cheaper for us to pick up Era 1 techs than it is to pick up Era 2 techs. Like, we should take the Era 2 tech. And our spy was unnoticed. Okay, great. So the nothing chance doesn't always mean that you will go unnoticed, because certain actions always notify the person you're doing them against. Like, if you decrease the morale of enemy troops, they will be notified that somebody decreased morale. If you damage the fortification of the city, obviously, they'll be notified of that. But actions that have no negative effect on an empire don't necessarily even let them know that you're there if you pull them off. So if we close the window and reopen it here to refresh the values, you can see now we have 4.5 seniority. 3 from the fact that we did a level 3 infiltration action, plus 50% of that from that skill point we spent. So we'll be getting 4.5 extra infiltration points every turn. The longer a hero can stay in one city, the more effective they will be at generating infiltration. But obviously, every time you perform a spy action, there's a chance that your presence will be revealed, and then the enemy will try to root you out. Okay, I think we're good to move on here. So here's a question. Do I want to throw caution to the wind here and just go canal locks right now? 11 turns versus 19. This actually won't quite be as much influence or industry at first, but it will be way more industry later in the game. How weird, we'll have the ability to just really pump out huge amounts of industry. Kind of want to do it. We should get right away established first, probably. We're going to need the money, and how weird is in the middle of the empire. It connects the other cities, so... Alright, back toward that ruin. Turns out we are never done being in Pink's territory. Purple thinks it's okay to run around in mine, which I don't agree with. Oh, there is glass steel here. Oh, and Pink just settled Nolaran. Okay, we should probably come down here and grab this volcanic region. We should at least be running in this direction, for now. Alright, nothing else of interest over here. So when Dells finishes its sewer, we might be fervent without the wine, honestly. Or no, what am I thinking? We're only at 80% in the city because of the wine. Well, each of our cities will be fervent, at least, which is definitely valuable. How many turns are we talking about to get back over here? Also, I have to run across the lava, which is not great. There's a little bit of a walk. Oh, I was hoping because I was on a raised position there, we'd get a little bit more vision. But winter vision reduction is pretty annoying. Oh, hey. Hey, guys. How you doing? Can we just maybe move right through here? Thank you. Alright. We do need to speak to the other Silix village in Dells and try to get a different quest from them. We can do that with our heroes, or with our settlers we run past here. That is 6 pearls. Here's part of the problem. I don't actually know where I want to settle in this region yet. Now let's go ahead and grab this. We'll travel down this way, even though it means moving through some forested areas, and so getting there a little bit more slowly, because we don't yet know where in the region we want to settle yet anyway. Okay. Man, I cannot wait for this winter to be over. 1 to 1 more turn. Hey, what a surprise. The winter ended. Alright, our spy is level 2 again already. Man, stupid preachers hunted me down. Alright, well, guess we're losing that guy. Also, hey, look at that. Purple is in this other volcanic region. Dust is a pretty good find. Also, a spiral rock peel is a pretty good find. Alright, well, I mean, we fight, because I have to. We're not going to get any kills here, probably. When that one guy buffed the other guy, I had a brief moment of hope that they would just sit around buffing each other instead of fighting. Right, we do need to construct an altar at some point, preferably soon. But I don't have the time right now. So, now that we're level 2 again in this city, I think we want to steal technology again. We're going to tear through our influence here for a minute, but I really want those 2 Arrow 1 techs, and I really don't want to spend dust on them. Cultivation first, I think. Alright, still unnoticed. Even more seniority. Definitely want to get seed storage running as quickly as possible in these places. Dells could probably be moved over to industry here. In fact, let's put that in front of the right-of-way there. Probably here as well. Yeah. Just really want to make sure we get that going. The next winter apparently is going to be really soon. somebody else just built the industrial megapole, and did you see? These guys were trying and they failed. So, 27 is early, feels like. Definitely keep the wine running. What else do we have over here? Okay, this is definitely a strong location. Okay, we might get free pacification of these Kazanji. And yeah, like this right here is super good, right? Just a ton of dust and industry. That's put us pretty close to purple territory and pretty far from the rest of our stuff. That'll be a problem until we have new roads. And honestly, even then, a little bit. And we have to destroy that village if we want to pacify the Stilics without fighting them. Well, inconvenient. Alright, I think we want to bring these guys home to clean up this stuff. Man, Leold's aggressive. It's an aggressive take. We're already adjacent to purple, so that's not the end of the... Becoming adjacent to them is not the end of the world. It would put us adjacent to pink as well, though. We definitely have to start working on our military. Well, we'll get there. Oh, right. I did that. I was not thinking about it, but I sure did. You know, 130 emeralds is not a prize that is large enough for me to be too concerned about it. Yeah, this is very aggressive. Do I want to do this? Alright, if we weren't going to do that, what would it be? It would probably be, like, Avarilia or Jagarak. Yeah, I'm a little torn. The thing is, if we get Leold now, we can fall back and get the rest of this stuff later. Maybe that's not a good enough reason. Yeah, you know what? The expansion to Leold is too risky. Yeah, I think it's a bad idea. Alright, let's fall back and take, like, maybe Avarilia. Here, hold on. Let's actually retrofit this guy now. Now that it matters a little bit more. It looks like we did not pacify the haunts over here. I mean, if I were going to settle here, it would be in the northern part, right? So we could take advantage of these two anomalies. What does the terrain actually look like? Yeah, a lot of 2-point tiles in this area. Not so great. But it is another titanium source, and that is something that is a little bit rare. We could take like this and then Jagarak afterward, and then keep building this way. I want to get Laris eventually. Maybe we just go Jagarak, Uska, Laris. Spending a bunch of time running around with this settler is not ideal, but I'm experiencing some minor indecision here. Our military is not really in a good shape right now. Like, we don't want to get involved in a conflict just yet. Yeah, let's head for Jagarak. Spent some turns running in the wrong direction. I don't think it's a big deal. Alright. We have found her. Broken but alive. Of the others, there is no sign. We are still the power in the shadows. You guys have to stop saying that. It's so dumb. It's just such a dumb thing to say. Alright, we have unshackled her from her imprisoning irons. Got ourselves a Ziema Adya. I should feel relief and happiness upon seeing Ziema back in our midst. And I do. But those emotions are eclipsed by much more powerful feelings. Feelings of rage and frustration. A desire for vengeance. Though Ziema is broken and a remnant of her former self, even in her weakened state I see that same glimmer in her eye. She cannot yet talk of who her captors were, nor for what purpose they tortured her. That will come in time. For now, I must do everything in my power to rebuild her strength. Of Arla, the third pillar of our trinity, I hear whispers that she wandered from Dagari Tunga in a fever, her body found in the wilderness. If true, the Forgotten have lost a great leader. We will honor her by forging the greatest Forgotten civilization ever to grace Eureka, one able to withstand, and perhaps even flourish, in the grim winter that comes. Ziema's dual swords, Shadowbinder and Shadowbrand, lie broken exactly as we found them beside her slumped body. When her strength is returned, we will find a way to make them whole again. So we have to rebuild Ziema's powers by unlocking the skill Double or Nothing at level 2. Double or Nothing is the skill that gives you extra seniority bonus. So she's going to have to level up 3 times. What is going to be the best way to have her do that? We can have her be the governor here for a little while. We'll gain some XP that way. Yeah, I like that. So she'll be a good spy, eventually. Also, you know what? I think I do want to grab the Ursus now. 10% reduction in building costs. I think this is going to be relevant, because we're going to build something fairly large here, I think. Man, I wish stuff wasn't so expensive. Well, I think we want to get through it. We want the city to be great at building stuff. If we're going to build a military, we need an industrial powerhouse of a city. Okay. We're not that far off of being able to afford this, but we're probably just going to, wait 3 turns and then get it through spying. So actually, the thing we'd be thinking about buying is Glory of Empire, which is something we're going to need soon. Spy is leveled up, but sadly he is not ready yet. Oh hey, a quest army just happened to walk over to us. Boy, those guys sure seem to know where we are as well, don't they? Okay, 70 more dust, that's pretty handy. I mean, at this point, you may as well just keep looking around over here. So, Glory of Empire is 441. But the next time we gain attack, it's going to get more expensive. I wonder if we want to maybe not... Maybe we don't want to do the next textile until after we pick this up. In 3 turns and 5 turns, we'll get our right of way up. That'll be a bunch of extra money. I mean, Winter 2 is going to happen any second now. Alright, Gulayawa probably ought to finish getting Double or Nothing. Okay, that is a quest that we were not in any way going to be anywhere near accomplishing anyway. Oh, that's a shame. It looks like we're not quite going to be able to involve the city in this battle. That's a shame both because it would make the battle go a little bit more smoothly and because Ziema Adya would have gotten XP for it. But we may as well just do this. We're not going to do their quests, so... Alright, this time we actually do have to rely on kiting. Fortunately, that should not be a problem. Alright, he is back there far enough away that they can't attack him anyway. Oh, I didn't even think about this, but yeah, I did not put us in a position where we both get to attack on the first turn. Well, that's not ideal. What on earth are they doing? Almost like they don't even want to fight us. They're just really fixated on him, but that seems crazy. Why would they be super fixated on my melee guy instead of on my much easier to kill ranged? Also, man, without the militia, this takes a lot longer. Alright, well, we don't have any movement left anyway, so it doesn't hurt us to sit still and do that again next turn. And let's find, yeah, more ruins. Hooray. Okay, 160 dust for building a city in a new region in 5 turns. Well, we will certainly get that. This pearl we could not pick up safely. That's 8 pearls, man. I really want to go grab that. But obviously, if we step over there, we'll be visible to pink when we take it, so... We do definitely want to come down here and meet red anyway. Get some idea of what is happening out in the world. Alright, so I think this is the correct spot. Let's make sure. Somebody else built the museum as well? Yeah, that's fine. Alright, the AI is being very aggressive with the wonders this game. Is it better to settle here than it would be to settle, like, up in the actual forest? Yeah, probably, right? Yeah, I think that's good. That gets us that dust, which allows us to buy Glory of Empire. We're playing a remarkably non-aggressive Forgotten game. Unusual. Alright, and then we can go and steal another Era 1 technology that we desperately need. Once again unnoticed. We're getting pretty lucky there. We just won 3 coin flips in a row. Let's see what's going on down here. Could be Kapaku, since the one region of theirs that we can see is volcanic. Let's finish this off. Okay. It is a shame that we're going to have to rebuild these instead of being able to get them to turn over to our side willingly, but what are you going to do? So you can do the same thing with enemies who have a more normal 2 movement speed as long as there's a lot of forest around. Oh, we got 20 gold as loot. That's a shame. What a bad pull. I was really hoping for a bunch of dust. Alright, you are going to need mill foundry and a sewer as quickly as possible. We can give them a little push with dust the next turn. And I guess you can just back up and gather pearls? A lot of pearls around. So this is probably a good time to start thinking about our next Empire plan. Oh boy. I don't want to fight a quest army. No, leave me alone. Hey, you're not supposed to be able to see me after I move. Although you clearly can. Okay, it's green talking about our common frontier. Oh, we pacified Leold. We got 25 emeralds that we don't really want. We're so close to. If we had the gold plus the emeralds would probably push us over into Fervent. Alright, well, obviously we must retreat here. Hopefully, we're going to move a little bit more all at once on this coming turn. Hopefully that'll be enough to lose them. Yeah, I don't want to defeat an avenging army. I don't care about that dust. I mean, I know I have strong feelings about dust in general, but that dust in particular, not interested. Alright, we got some proper roads going now, and some, yeah, alright. 10 dust per turn, it's not nothing. So what are we building up here now? We could get a canal system going, that doesn't seem great. Neither does... It doesn't seem like we're in any big hurry to build out with the burrows. I think this might be a good moment to pick up, first of all, a titanium extractor, and secondly, Glory of Empire. Alright, so, Empire Plan. A single tier of Empire Plan would cost us 80 at this point. That is absolutely doable. We could have 80. But it would mean probably not doing any more spying. And at this point, we're getting so much seniority. Like, I really want to jump up to level 3 and do a Steel Era 2 technology on them. So I think we might go for no Empire Plan again. And then, by the time the third Empire Plan rolls around, we'll have Glory of Empire up in all of our cities. We'll have tons of influence to play with. Yeah, I like that. Alright, mash the hell out of this button. Please, please, please let me get away from this avenging army. Alright, that's enough to know at least... Okay, Red is a roving clan player, actually. Hey, look at that! They found me! What a surprise! They very clearly could see us. Well, that's annoying. I'm not going to be able to do any damage at all here. Alright. I can negate their numerical advantage by standing down here, making it so they can only fight me one at a time. And who knows, maybe I'll get a bunch of lucky defense rolls. Okay, not a good start. Well, we killed one of them. I really just, like, I needed a bunch of zeros to happen there. Okay, so... here's what I'm thinking now. Now that we know who Red is, that they are a player that we can trust not to declare war on us because they do not have the ability to declare wars, this makes me want to go after Pink. Right, we attack Pink, we pursue a war all the way through their country, we end up adjacent to Red and use Red as a trading partner. That might be a good way to gain a bunch of power for ourselves. So, like I said, once the canal locks are finished here, we got to start really thinking about military. Our next important tech is probably alchemical alloys. I do want aquapulvistics too, but you can only get so many. It'll be way faster to get to this ruin by getting on the road. Oh man, proper roads through all of these trees. It's so nice. Okay, 20 more wine, which is just enough to pop a booster again in 3 turns. We've been getting super lucky with the wine. Can we give these guys a little push? I think it probably helps more to buy out the sewer system than it does to buy out the mill foundry. And I think that is worth spending the dust on. Then there's a single pearl, and a pair of pearls. So what do we want these guys doing now? We could go and explore Uska. See how valuable settling that would actually be. Over here, we probably need to rebuild the 2 Silic villages that I had to burn down. Had to. You know, really didn't have a choice. This is me not accepting any blame. Alright, in 2 turns we'll have enough for another good technology steal. I had to say, Guliyawa's been doing some fine work. Man, the next thing we need dust for is maybe a hero, actually. We have pretty good income relative to a lot of games at this point, but man, we just need even more. We just need even way more than this. Yeah, I'm not sure how we're gonna get in position to actually fight a big war. I do like that Pink cities are so spread out. We won't have to worry too much about quick reinforcement or their garrisons backing each other up. And their primary counterattack point will be the combination of Dells and Hayward, where we do have the ability to quickly reinforce from place to place. So I like that a lot. Oh, Eclipse Time. And this does feel like a much earlier second winter than we saw last game. Alright, so obviously we gotta build in this direction with her. Her city's completing stuff rather rapidly. So hopefully we will be able to get all that under control. These guys are pacified, but we still have a quest from them, which would get them to give us wine. So that's cool, I guess. Oh, you know what Jagrak needs to put up pretty quickly, actually, is this. Alright, let's go steal a technology. Hopefully they have a little something... Damn it. I was really hoping that they would have the weapons tech. Well, central markets are good. Do we want meritocratic promotion more? Yes, I think so. I think we are more likely to need meritocratic promotion soon. Still unnoticed. We are getting very lucky. Spy has accumulated an awful lot of seniority. And then we can, like, maybe eventually go to war with Green. We'll see. It's not a priority at all. I do wish we'd gotten to actually install a spy in Red's territory. That would have been really nice. Alright, do we want to split up the army? I think we definitely want to split the assassin off, because the assassin's going to fall back and search ruins while the rest of us continue forward. There's information to be gained yet. Yeah, alright. It doesn't look like there's a whole lot going on in this region. Man, a lot of pieces of equipment. Not so much with the huge caches of dust that I was hoping to find. Alright, so let's see here. John Port is in Howard. Howard does not have a strategic deposit, so that's a concern. Thinking about whether we want to go to here. I guess this will increase the amount of dye we get out of our dye deposit. Yeah, and there's no version of this where I don't want to go towards dust trickery as fast as humanly possible. Oh, hey, I totally forgot about this quest. If we return to these ruins and inspect them, we will get a small amount of spices. However, it is enough spices to pop a booster. Oh, hey, will the emeralds actually push us over now? Yes, they will. Managed to get a little tiny bit happier. From something. I'm not actually 100% sure what. Alright, so now that we have our canal locks up, let's talk about building a lot of stuff very quickly. We do need to get our altar established. We do need to get Glory of Empire established. I'm hoping that we can get to the point where we have alchemical alloys before we start building troops, so I don't have to worry about retrofitting costs, but that may not actually be feasible. And up here... I don't actually think this is very valuable in this city. Yeah, in fact, it only affects one tile. So... do we want to produce a husbandry center here and have this city just grow like crazy? It is where Exit the Chosen is. He is a good steward for a husbandry center city. Yeah, the burrows that we would build here are of pretty minimal value. Yeah, you know what? Let's build the husbandry center here, and we're just going to go nuts on population with Nathan. And that will be how Nathan produces things. Would I be better off doing that in Dells, actually? Since Dells is closer to the front. Yeah, probably. We'll probably move Exit the Chosen over there, actually, after Ziema Adya gets her XP. So for right now, what we can build here is just... You know what? Let's make this watchtower. Actually, this is a pretty valuable vision position. And then we'll just start making troops here, probably. Okay. Let us push on. God, I love the fact that we now have a road that takes us past a bunch of temple ruins. It's lovely. The Temple Road. Oh, I am under siege. Great. Oh, it's probably the stupid quest army from the... Yeah, alright. Hold on, I'll be right there. We just need somebody who can initiate a battle, because obviously the garrison would destroy them. Okay, 130 dust. That's really more what I'm looking for. I'm trying to get alchemical alloys going here, and it's going to take a couple of good ruin searches. Yep, nothing of value down here. Alright, there we go. That's what I was looking for. Some fresh ruins. We now have our altar, so we can have a look at... Plus 15% on attributes of units from hostile minor faction villages, but a lower assimilation cost. Yeah, okay. This does effectively nothing for us, so that's a fine winter effect. Anything that's not an active detriment is totally okay. You know, I think I underestimated how much influence we were going to be producing. We might still be able to take an empire thing, you know? Like a 20% cost reduction in researches would maybe be okay. That's at 80? If we just moved a couple of people over to influence, we can actually make that happen. Even one, it looks like, will do it. Yeah, okay. I don't mind that, and then we'll buy alchemical alloys after we do that. That actually is pretty good. Now let's run down here and have at these guys. Oh, religious fervor. Okay, well we are not, in fact, going to need that person on influence. I guess I could just be here and try to tough it out through their attacks. They don't really have very good base damage. They do have free counter, which I'm a little concerned about. No, I think we just... I'm gonna have this guy stay put, actually. But he can't attack up here, I don't think. Oh, maybe he can. That's not a cliff. Okay. Never mind. You can do that. Oh, and he goes right after the Cavalry Slayer. Well, that was nice of him. Then Ziama Adya shows up. She can get a little bit of... get into a little bit of trouble herself. Alright, a whole 6 XP. No, that was 160 dust. It came over to us. Oh, really? A second cult player? That's very interesting, actually. That has some serious implications. Yeah, weird. Okay. So, expansion is something that is extremely available this game. There are only 4 players on this landmass. Yeah, we're going to want to get big. That also probably means I really, really want to take out another player, because the AI is able to get bigger than you are more effectively due to, like, caring a lot less about influence, or caring a lot less about approval. Okay, infiltration level 3. Then we're going to go ahead and take this 20% cost reduction in researches, and we're going to remember to pull this guy off of influence now. So next turn, we will be able to purchase this, and then upgrade our troops, and then start building the newly upgraded troops in Nethen. In Heward here, I guess we build 1 unit right now. Oh, yeah, I don't care about that. We just build 1 unit right now that will have to be retrofitted, and then we can build better units from then on. So hold on, who are we going to war with? We're going to war with Pink, probably, right? So... we know, of course, that they have Drakenlings. Drakenlings are melee troops. They will be trying to get in on us. That being the case, it is probably better to go with a pair of crossbows than a longbow. So 18 attack, 10 damage versus 27 attack, 6 damage. Because remember, we only get half the stats from the offhand one. That's still pretty good. And Dragonlings have a lot of defense, so the extra attack is probably pretty valuable. Now, let's build this guy like this. We probably can afford to go without the ring. The Draken don't natively have access to a lot of good ranged combat. We'll try this for now. Build me a single Predator of that design. Yeah, City is pretty good at building stuff. These tiny little regions are so weird. Why are they generating like this? We just got some very strange map stuff happening here. Alright, you guys need to... We could go for that one? Yeah, let's go for this one. And in part, I'm thinking about this because... Oh, you know what? There's stuff to be had over here. That's right. We should do this one first. I'm thinking we really want to meet Red. We want to cross this volcanic region and have a little chat with Red. Got ourselves some spices. And 100 dust. Not bad. Alright, now on this next turn, we want to, we probably will stop. Let's play one more turn here. Hoping that the Dust Eclipse continues. We get one more Ruin Search. Also, the movement conflux on my Predators is very nice, and I don't want to lose that yet. Ah, that's a shame. I thought we had a legitimate chance at that. We tried. You know, we did what we could. Alright, so the actual cost of alchemical alloys is only 535. Like, that's a settler. Okay, so purple's taking this over. We probably don't want to antagonize purple by attacking this guy, because we're going to end up at war with pink, I think. I don't want to get backstabbed during the war. You don't quite have the movement to grab that, which is a real shame. Okay, well, we're getting a better idea of the shape of our continent here. Also, purple is really building out. Definitely a thing to be concerned about. Makes me want to take Laris even more. So yeah, this has got to be a soon sort of thing. Like, maybe we should have built a settler instead of a predator kind of thing. In fact, let's go ahead and get that guy out. Yeah, we gotta take Laris over. I guess I gotta take Uska, then Laris, huh? I don't really want to do that in the other order. Maybe we want to be producing a second settler then. And biochemical alloys, we know we want that, but it's gonna have to wait for a second. And then here we probably want to actually produce like a unit. Oh, we just actually met purple. Yeah, I forgot that we'd been stealthing around them for so long. And he has units all up in my territory, although they are pretty torn up, and we do have emeralds on, so I'm not too worried about him attacking us. He could be here to steal my stuff, though. Alright, so we're getting very, very poor income on our strategics. Pretty soon we're going to have one of each. That does make this a little tough. Do we want to do that? Let's see. If we're going to offhand one of these and mainhand the other, which one do we want half stats on? Probably this one. You get some of that extra initiative, and the fact that the actual attack and damage are lower don't penalize us too strongly. Move people over to food. Like, I really do want to make this place a population powerhouse. It can kind of slowly produce units. I'm never going to want to buy a unit out. We have too many other things to do with dust. Yeah, let's focus on building guys for right now. We will get to this other stuff. All right, well, I think that is where we are going to stop for now. I think we have a pretty okay build going here. We're going to quickly take Uska and Laris. We're going to have 6 regions. Laris is going to be quite a city. Right, like where do we put down? We put down here, probably. This is a plus approval anomaly in addition to being super great. Yeah, this city is going to be incredibly productive. We're going to have to get roads, obviously, because it needs to be able to rush the troops back over to here. But that binds purple into the southern part of the continent for a little while. They still have room to build and grow. I don't think they'll freak out at us about it immediately. And then if we can make this thing with pink happen relatively quickly, maybe we can turn on them. I don't know. Maybe this is all kind of pie in the sky. I don't know if we're actually going to be able to win a war against pink, but we're certainly going to at least give it a shot. So that is going to be it for us for today. Thank you all so much for watching. Come back next time when our thoughts turn to war, and we'll see you then.